Join in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We'll call the meeting of the Tuesday, June 17th council meeting to order, please. Clerk, call the roll.
Councillor Olson is excused. Councillor Fennessy. Here. Councillor Bender. Here. Councillor Sweeney. Here. Councillor McDonald. Here. Councillor Mazzolia. Here. Councillor Finsland. Here. Councillor Herrick. Here. Councillor Dahlbeck. Here. And Councillor Dahlbeck. Here. 9 present.
Thank you. I'll seek consideration of the minutes of the June 3rd meeting. For the motion and second for approval, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Item number 5.1 is a public hearing, an ordinance to amend the zoning code and the map to rezone lots known as 2115, 2125, and 2131 East 3rd Street from R3 Apartment Residential to C2 Highway Commercial District.
Representatives from Quick Trip are here, and I'll begin by asking those that wish to speak in favor of to do so now. Those that wish to speak in favor of may do so now, and for the third time, those that wish to speak in favor of may do so now. Hearing none, those that wish to speak in opposition may do so now. Those that wish to speak in opposition may do so now. And for the third and final time, those that wish to speak in opposition may do so now. Hearing and seeing none, I'll call the public hearing to a close and ask the pleasure of the council. Second. For the motion and second, discussion. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? The motion is carried.
Item 5.2 is a public hearing regarding a resolution to vacate streets and alleys in the plat of West Superior Boulevard addition to the City of Superior.
This time I'll call for another public hearing and ask those that wish to speak in favor of to do so now. Those that wish to speak in favor of may do so now. For the third time, those that wish to speak in favor of may do so now. Hearing none, those that wish to speak in opposition may do so now. Those that wish to speak in opposition may do so now. And for the third and final time, those that wish to speak in opposition may do so now. Hearing and seeing none, I'll call the public hearing to a close and ask the pleasure. Heard the motion and second, discussion. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? The motion is carried.
Item 5.3 is a public hearing regarding a resolution to vacate a portion of 2nd Avenue East between 5th and 6th Streets.
I'll call for a public hearing on this measure, and those that wish to speak in favor of may do so now. Those that wish to speak in favor of may do so now. For the third time, those that wish to speak in favor of may do so now. Hearing none, those that wish to speak in opposition may do so now. Those that wish to speak in opposition may do so now. And for the third and final time, those that wish to speak in opposition may do so now. Hearing and seeing none, I'll call the public hearing to close and ask the pleasure of the council. For the motion and second, discussion. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion is carried.
Item 5.4 is the public hearing regarding a resolution to vacate a portion of the alley located between 21st and 22nd Avenues East and East 2nd and 3rd Streets.
I'll ask for a public hearing and ask those that wish to speak in favor of to do so now. Those that wish to speak in favor of may do so now. For the third time, those that wish to speak in favor of may do so now. Hearing none, those that wish to speak in opposition may do so now. Those that wish to speak in opposition may do so now. For the third and final time, those that wish to speak in opposition may do so now. Hearing and seeing none, I'll call the public hearing to a close and ask the consideration of the council. For the motion a second to approve, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion is carried and so ordered.
Item number 6 is a consent agenda.
Move for approval.
For the motion and second for approval of the consent agenda, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion is carried.
Item number 7 is business by department head. 7.1, City Attorney Prowl and Planning Director Serica request approval to transfer property located at 1705 Winter Street, also known as Shooter Supply, to correct an error of ownership by way of quitclaim deed.
Heard the motion and second. Discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Item 7.2, Fire Chief Panger is requesting acceptance of a grant award of $24,900 from FEMA to be used for purchase of protective turnout gear. The 10% matching fund of $2,490 has already been approved in the 2014 Fire Department budget.
Heard a motion and multiple seconds to approve. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? The motion is carried.
Item 7.3, Planning Director Cirque, on behalf of Relay for Life Committee, is requesting authorization to post signs in the city right-of-way promoting their July 11th event.
Heard a motion in multiple seconds. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion is carried.
Item 7.4, Public Works Director Getzman is recommending to award the combined sewer reconstruction Oaks Avenue and North 64th Street project to A1 Excavating, Inc. in the amount of $216,931.25.
Heard the motion and second. Councillor Herrick.
Yeah, Jeff, if you could just explain this a little bit to our audience out there, since it is a large funded project.
Certainly, Counselor. And actually, we have Steve Roberts and Chris Carlson here tonight from the ESD, and maybe I'll turn it over to them and let them explain this
All right,
in a little bit of detail.
Sure.
I'm not sure what you said.
Sorry. Welcome, Chris.
Hi, thanks. A little bit about the project. North 64th Street between Butler and the alley just west of Banks. We have a sanitary storm combined sewer in that area. And after some routine televising, we found that the sewer is not in the best of shape. Kind of cracked pipe, broken pipe, there's some obstructions in it. We've been planning this project for a few years now. And what we'll basically be doing is be a full road reconstruction. Right now, the sewer is in the boulevard on the north side of North 64th Street. Be moving that to the center of the road, and a full road reconstruction from Butler all the way east to just a little past the alley between Oaks and Banks. And then that sidewalk on the north side of North 64th will be rebuilt as well, all the way to Banks. Does that help explain a little bit?
Yeah, and then also too, are you doing the connections? Are there going to be new connections too from the homes to this? Okay.
Yep, so for each home along that line, they'll be reconnected. The ones along 64th Street, since we're moving the sewer out to the middle of the street, they'll actually be extended
Okay.
to the middle of the street. But yeah, it'll be all new connections for each residential unit.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Further discussion? If not, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you.
Item 9.1, Item 9.1, Councilor Herrick is requesting representatives of Blue Water Paddling be allowed to moor their dragon boat at Barker's Island guest dock temporarily until such a time as they can arrange to moor it at the Lake Superior Nerve facilities, which was damaged last winter by ice.
Second.
For the motion and second, any discussion? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried.
Item 9.2, Council President Finsland is appointing Councilor Fennessy to the Superior Douglas County Development Association Committee due to Councilor Olson's resignation.
For approval.
For the motion and second, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried.
Item 10.1 is a resolution approving the project area boundaries for the Harbor Waterfront Hotel project and making findings and determinations regarding such project area regarding urban renewal and redevelopment. And there are two people signed up to speak to this issue.
What is the pleasure? For the motion and second to approve, we'll open for discussion.
Matt Miller. Since our city attorney is excused this evening, I'm going to remind the audience that there is a 3-minute length for speaking, and when you get close to your time, I'll give you a little signal. Okay.
Good evening, Mr. Miller.
Good evening. In the last day, I have contacted most of you on the council, the mayor, Jason Strick, the planning director, regarding the proposed hotel site. And I just want to speak to you right now just to put a face on those of us who would be most affected, I think, by the proposed site. I'm not here to argue the merits that I laid out in the communication that I had with you already. So I'm just going to introduce myself. My name is Matt Miller. I was born and raised in Superior. I joined the Navy after high school to pay for UWS, and there I met my wife. Well, actually, I joined the Navy Reserves. She was active duty Navy. After she was honorably discharged, we moved back here as soon as we could, and we purchased the house on East 2nd Street. We live there with our 2 kids, Ethan, who's 11, and Natalie, who's 7, who loves to look out the front window and tell us when there's other kids at the playground across the street there so that we can bring her over there. I myself am a bit of a Superior history buff. I own many books on the history of Superior. I volunteer as a guide for the Douglas County Historical Society's Liquid History Pub Crawl Tour. I routinely like to go on to the Wisconsin Historical Society's website just to read old articles from the Telegram and whatnot about Superior. Basically, I love Superior. I love living here. The proposed site is going to have an impact on my quality of life, for sure. I bought that house. I paid more for that house because it had the view than what I would have in another site. The city assessor assesses the sites along there higher than identical properties on the same block. So this is going to financially impact me and my family. So due to the extraordinary measures that are going to need to be taken by the council in order to move this forward, I just wanted to come here. Thank you guys all for your service in the planning. I think you guys are doing a great job, but I just want you to, I don't want us to be anonymous faces to you. That's all I had.
Thank you very much.
Susan Chandler?
Thank you for this opportunity. I have never done anything in 3 minutes.
Oh,
it's
turn-
not on.
Oh, there you go.
I've never needed a mic before either. My family moved here in 1976. My father brought us from Nebraska. He said this is God's country up here because of Lake Superior. My mother and father bought the house at 202 East 2nd Street, right on the corner, kitty corner across from Perkins. A gorgeous view of the Bay of Lake Superior. We know that the Days Inn across the street from my mother's house is only half full in the wintertime. Why you would need to put a 75-room motel up right directly across the street from my mother is a mystery to us. Another thing that escapes me is how you're going to put that big building in that tiny little spot when I can sit in that house, right, and look out the window nearly every day of the week and see that that parking lot is full. Again, tonight I went by there. It's over half full. That playground is being used. That playground is being used. So you're going to move it down to Marina Drive, put the kids closer to the water where you have drownings have occurred signs everywhere? Does that make sense? It does not make sense to this principal who has worked with small children for 30 years. It does not make sense. When I moved to Superior, there was an estuary at the end of Marina Drive. That estuary somehow mysteriously disappeared so that wealthy people could put homes up on the end of Marina Drive. Now we're going to let another wealthy person put a hotel up in this tiny little spot. There will be no places left on Lake Superior for the average citizen of Superior to get a look at Lake Superior. You will have to drive out Moccasin Mike Road, and God willing, nobody will sell that piece of property off. Think about that. And I dare say that if this project were supposed to go up in front of the mayor's house, he would be sitting out here in my seat complaining. Think about it. Put a face on us. Thank you.
Thank you. Discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Item 10.2 is a resolution referring the proposed project plan for tax incremental District Number 13, the Harbor Waterfront Hotel Project, to the Plan Commission for consideration after a public hearing and appointing city representative to Joint Review Board.
You've heard the motion and second. Discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion is carried.
Item number 10.3 is a resolution approving the execution of an amendment number 2 to a amended and restated lease agreement with Sailboats, Inc.
For the motion in multiple seconds, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion is carried.
Item 10.4 is a resolution approving the execution of a quitclaim deed relating to clarifying and correcting legal description to Barker's Island property.
For the motion and second, discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Motion is carried.
Item number 10.5 is a resolution introduced by Councilor Bender on behalf of the Superior Federation of Labor, urging the University of Wisconsin-Superior to reject any and all proposals to privatize vital campus functions such as buildings and grounds maintenance work. And there is one person signed up to speak to this item.
Ms. McCauley? Councilor Dahlbeck.
I would entertain a motion at this time to refer it to the city attorney for clarification on its appropriateness. As city council, I don't believe should be getting involved in labor issues. I think it's completely inappropriate for the council to be voting or have this on our agenda. So I therefore refer it to the city attorney for clarification.
I'll second that.
Motion and second to refer. Referrals are non-discussion items. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. I'm sorry.
Item number 10.6 is a resolution introduced by Public Works Director Getzman concerning the 6-year statement of airport project intentions.
For the motion and second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Item 11.1 is an ordinance amending the traffic code, disabled parking zones by removing 5821 Ogden Avenue on both sides.
For the motion and second, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion's carried.
Item 11.2 is an ordinance amending the traffic code, disabled parking zones by adding 528 Cumming Avenue.
For a motion in multiple seconds, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion is carried.
Item 12.1, Michelle Johnson submitted a petition entitled Petition to Ban Concrete Recycling, Crushing or Grinding Near City of Superior Residential Neighborhoods with 251 signatures, and I believe she did drop off a handful more signatures. And Michelle is here to speak this evening.
If it pleases the council, Councilor Dahlbeck also had this, so if you would like to speak first.
Caught me off guard there.
I know, I'm sorry.
This has been going on for many years. It's a nuisance. It's actually a nuisance. The rock crushing it's dirty. It's eliminating dust that we don't know what the people are breathing in. Their homes are getting full of dust inside and out. there's a Boys and Girls Club right across, I would say 15 feet. There's a fence that separates the Boys and Girls Club from this big, huge rock crushing facility. They have old equipment that makes so much noise that the people are complaining of their windows rattling, and it's becoming so some people can't even sleep because they start early in the morning. And I just wish, we've been working on this for a long time, and I wish we could come to some agreement to do away with this, to either stop him from crushing or to have him move out. It's zoned, it's not zoned for heavy industry, it's zoned for light industry, and I just wish that we could do something about it now. It's been going on much, much too long. Thank you.
Just for the public, this item has been referred to the Plan
Right.
Commission, so you know that it is being referred there.
Hi, I'm Michelle Johnson, and thanks for stealing my thunder on that. But when we did the petition, I found out after that part of the property that he has from 8th Street to the Boys and Girls Club is zoned residential. It's not even the light manufacturing. And the definition in the city ordinance for light manufacturing is not processing, it is storage and selling. So when you look at a piece of equipment like this, or this, or this, what about those, say, light manufacturing? You know, I know I have a couple neighbors here that we work hard on our yards and our property, and you can't even sit outside and enjoy it, and everything is dirty. But I guess the main thing we're concerned about is the children in the neighborhood walking down the road. If they, heaven forbid, got in there and got crushed by that huge pile of unstable concrete, would be a horrible, horrible situation for this city. So I don't understand how it got to be in a residential area, and I would hope that we can do something about it. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Cirque.
I just wanted to point out that we're going to probably have to reschedule the Plan Commission. I'm not going to be around that week. It's on. I'm going to be in Madison. So I think what we're going to shoot for, just for the neighbors' sake, and you will get notices, I think probably July 22nd is when we're looking at having that meeting, the week after. It's a Tuesday, I do believe. So that's kind of what tentatively I'm looking at doing. And neighbors will get a notice. I will make sure I work with Councilor Dahlbeck on that. She's actually on the Plan Commission as well, so make sure that we get notice out on that.
Thank you. If I may, Director Cirque and I have periodically spoken with the owner. I've met with representatives from the neighborhood, and we also feel that it is inappropriate how it happened, how it got there. I certainly don't know. I don't know when it started. I'm not sure. Coincidentally, I saw Michelle today, and we talked. And when I moved back here in 2009, I saw it there, and I quizzically said to myself, "What's it doing there?" It is a very disturbing nature for any neighborhood, whether it be residential or commercial or what have you, outside of what the purpose is for what it's doing in an area that should be not at least muffled from a location of residential. And we feel pain on what you're experiencing, and we also feel the fact that we should have some ability to, and we do have the ability. We need to have the parties agree that we can move it, get it out of the area. It has to be a willing partner, as you might know. So we're working on it, and I admittedly say the work is very slow. So we definitely feel very strongly, as they do, with regard to what should be and what needs to be done. With that, I'll open it up for further discussion. I know it's referred, but these folks have come here to speak, or be heard, I should say.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I guess what bothers me about it is the close proximity to the residents and to the Boys and Girls Club. And when I did go by there, the wind was blowing and there was stuff coming off, and I guess what is in that dust? And I certainly don't want kids or anybody's health jeopardized because of that. I think we should make every effort to get it out of there.
Thank you. Councilor Dahlbeck?
I was just going to say, the other night I got a phone call, I think it was 10:30 at night, and the gate was still open. And that gate should be closed at all times because it is very dangerous. Little kids can get in there. It's just not a good environment there, and they should maintain safety.
Thank you. Councilor Fennessy?
Yes, as it was mentioned about this being referred to the Plan Commission, there's 3 of us councilors that serve on the Plan Commission, and there's several others that are citizens that serve on that commission too. So I really encourage the residents to come to the Plan Commission so those other members can hear the same concern you have. And like Mr. Cirque said, that he'll give notice, or his office will give notice of that meeting. Thanks.
Councilor Herrick?
Yeah, I was just going to add, I mean, the thing is too, I mean, if it's not zoned for that purpose, I mean, definitely shouldn't be there doing it. And again, a health concern, again, for the children and also for any adults that are in the area. My parents live down in that area. My sister and her husband live down in that area, and they felt the effects of that dust. So.
Thank you very much. The item has been referred to the Plan Commission, so it will be taken up, and the city will be notifying residents within what span of distance of the issue, what span of distance are residents notified?
Well, I will extend it, but I'll probably look at the petition list for one. That's one thing. But we'll also draw a considerable circle around the site. No problem.
Thank you. We encourage you folks to keep in touch with us, as well as please do come to the Plan Commission. It's important that we all get together on this. Thank you very much. Any further business to come before this body? If not, I'll entertain for a motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor? Opposed? It was referred, wasn't it?
It was under consent.
We stand adjourned. Thank you very much.